Mr. Lutnick, welcome, and welcome your family as well. Thanks for your willingness to do this, to step away from quite a role, and also your family as well, who supports you. I want to talk for a minute about something we've mentioned several times, and that's DeepSeek. In the release of the Chinese AI model, which was allegedly trained on a batch of export-compliant older generation semiconductors for just a fraction of the cost of our models. It shows that China, however they got there, they might not be as far behind as we assumed. So if confirmed, how would you approach this issue and ensure that the United States wins the AI race against China? And I'd also say, as you enter this role, keep on your hat as an entrepreneur and don't lose that. I'm reflecting on Y Combinator Gary Tan, who said, as a result of this DeepSeek disruption a few days ago, he said 1,000 flowers will bloom, and that's specifically as a result of DeepSeek. So how do you see this as an opportunity, and how do we win here?
What this showed is that our export controls, not backed by tariffs, are like a whack-a-mole model where they get prevented over here and China figures out a way around it over there. We've got to find a way to back our export controls with tariff model so that we tell China, you think we are your most important trading partner. When we say no, the answer is no. It's a respect thing. They've disrespected us. They've figured out their ways around it. I do not believe that DeepSeek was done all above board. That's nonsense. Okay, they stole things, they broke in, they've taken our IP. It's got to end, and I'm going to be rigorous in our pursuit of restrictions and enforcing those restrictions to keep us in the lead, because we must stay in the lead.
Thanks for that. The next question I want to ask you about the risk of our models being hosted on Chinese servers for American users, and the risk of reverse engineering models. The broader question really is about IP. So would you dig into a little bit about how you want to enforce intellectual property, American intellectual property?
I think the Chinese use our patent office against us. They use our laws. They have huge applications, and those applications are growing like fire. Their trademarks, what they would do is they would say Senator Bud, and then they'd say S Bud and S Bud S. You know what I mean? They just go right around your trademark and abuse it. So I think we need to stop that. We need to address it. We need to stop it. We need to end it. And we need to have countries understand, if you do not respect our company's IP there, you should not respect the same treatment here. Reciprocity is a word that really is effective. We are treated horribly. We want that to change, or you should expect the same treatment here.
Thank you. I want to ask this with your financial background in mind. DeepSeek's founding company, I think it also owns a hedge fund. I'm still getting information on this. Do you think there's perhaps a financial play from China because of the loss in market cap? Was it perhaps even a short sale play on our markets?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it worth looking at?
Of course.
Thank you. Are you concerned that in the U.S. we're focused, and perhaps even here in Congress, we're focused on regulating our own AI activities at the expense of China taking a lead and unlocking AGI or artificial general intelligence before we do?
Yes.
What do you think we need to do here to prevent us falling in that trap?
We were successful on the internet and created the greatest technology companies in the world because we had an American touch of it, right? We did the internet the American way, and that's why the tech companies of the world are ours, right? We need to do the same thing with AI. We need to make sure we set standards that the world meets, so they're American standards that the world meets. And I think that's the way we'll keep our lead. Do it the American way, which we know is the winning way. Our allies know is the winning way. And we need to set those standards.
Thank you. I do want to follow up on something we talked about in my office on a completely different topic. And yes, it does involve fish. So the previous administration, they withdrew their NOAA whale strike reduction rule, which would have had disastrous consequences for those in North Carolina, especially in the coastal communities. So will you and your team and your office continue working with the fishing and boating industry to develop policies and procedures that protects marine life without limiting access to North Carolina's and our nation's coastal waterways.
An easy commitment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.